What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are enjoying your Thursday. So Ray J has apologized to Pastor Jamal Bryant. If you guys know, I just made a video where he was going off talking about how he was going to snatch Pastor Bryant out the pulpit if he aired an interview that he did. So now Ray J, is backtracking and he's owning up to his mistake, and he made an Instagram reel about how he wanted to apologize for his inappropriate behavior. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
First off, I want to apologize to Jamal Bryant. It's not okay. Speaking that kind of language to a pastor is unbelievable. It's uncalled for. It's disrespectful. It's distasteful. It's disgraceful in every sense. I don't care what I said it for. No matter what prompted me to say that. And Pastor Bryant knows some of the stuff that I was going through. I was going through it in the interview in real time. But to show my frustration like that is not cool. Saying I'm going to snatch somebody off the pulpit and they a pastor is being blasphemy or on that same level, whatever that means. It's not okay. My bad, Pastor Bryant. I apologize, man. I lost it. I'm human. People look first off.
So I first commend Ray J, for owning his mistake, for apologizing. And the second thing I want to say is again, when I made the video recently about him initially when he was going off, I was already saying how he's, been in the news cycle quite a bit. But I feel like I hope that somebody in his corner can, check on him to see if he's okay, because he doesn't seem like he's okay. Whatever he discussed during that interview, whatever sensitive topic, I'm hoping that Pastor Bryant will just dead the whole interview, right? Just kind of bury it if it's that deep for him to say all of that and then now make a public apology. And it sounds to me that he probably did receive a phone call from his parents, or perhaps Brandy, but probably his mom or dad. Like I said yesterday, they run a tight ship. I remember growing up with listening to Brandy and just remembering, how strict her mom is. But now in retrospect, that's definitely something that, is appreciated. And maybe she, like many mothers that I've witnessed, growing up, or is, I guess, too common. Well, it's common, that they are that old adage of, parents raise their daughters, but they're softer on their boys. And not every mother is like that, obviously, but it just, in my mind, seems like Ray J has always been a lot less mature than Brandy. Even now, right? Now that they're both older and they're both parents themselves, but it sounds like he probably received a phone call. Nevertheless, that was needed. Sometimes tough love is needed, but I hope that he can sit down with somebody and really talk and really, work on what's going on with him. And not necessarily Pastor Bryant, right? But like a real, and again, no disrespect to Pastor Bryant. I think he has his doctorate in theology. So shout out to him. But to sit down with a clinical therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever the clinicians think is best for Ray J. But he's just really been, going through it these past, I would even say, few years. I mean, some people, could say a few decades even. I mean, he's been spiraling though recently more than usual, I'll say. Um, and that's not good. That's not good, especially when people lash out on social media, when they take it to, Instagram, or they start making threats. And I mean, it was a lot. It was ridiculous. Especially with, something as simple as an interview. Like, one would think that, again, I was hoping that Ray J would have learned some media training just from being in the business alongside of his sister for so long. But even if he, isn't, um, he's supposed to be, I guess, starting his own network similar to Zeus TV, which is what I'm hearing. I'm like, Lord, the last thing we need is another Zeus TV. Um, but I mean, media is huge right now, right? I'm a content creator. I'm creating content right now, so it's profitable. It's a profitable business, and it's lucrative for the heads of the network. So I commend him for that, for his business savvy. But I'm hoping that that's not the reason why he's been in the headlines for so much. Just Wahala, right? As the young Van Zandt would say, Wahala, just foolishness and tomfoolery. Like, boy, if you don't get somewhere and sit down somewhere, okay. I mean, Ray J has been windmilling and just fighting everybody for like the past few weeks. And I'm just like, what is going on with Ray J? You don't get on a therapist's couch and lay down and and talk it out. And you got the money. That's the thing that's killing me. Like, he has the resources. I don't understand, what's going on. The only thing I could think of, well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I don't need that smoke. But yeah, I'm glad that he apologized. I will say that, right? I'm glad that he apologized to Pastor Bryant. I'm sure, that Pastor Bryant is going to hopefully, right, accept his apology and they can move forward. I'm hoping that he just leaves the interview on the cutting room floor, if it's that serious or that sensitive, right, that the public doesn't need to hear it. But man, I really want him to, get the healing that I feel like he needs, because it's hard to watch somebody crash out like that. It's like, man, just, yeah, after have him having gone through so much, um it's sad. I'll say that it's sad to watch his, I don't want to say his downfall, right? Because I don't think that. I think that he is just kind of having a hard time right now, right? He's struggling right now, and a lot of people are struggling right now. But the one thing that Ray J has in his favor, in addition to, two loving parents at home and a sister who loves him, he's a father. He has the resources and the means to, get a therapist. I don't know why people are so opposed to therapy. I guess a lot of people feel like they don't need it, or they feel like they can handle it themselves. But at some point, it's time to start looking inward and say, maybe this thing, maybe what I'm going through, maybe the reason why I keep, going to social media with all this emotional baggage, essentially, is what it is. I feel like he really needs to take that to a therapist's couch. And I really wished, I don't know if Princess Love, I mean, because she's the mother of his children, and I know that they're separated right now, but maybe she could, or somebody could say, listen, after all of this, now is the time to, maybe talk to somebody that's not online, but that is clinically certified, and trained to help you. One thing I can appreciate about, the Braxtons, right? Braxton Family Values. And they went through quite a few therapists on their show. But this last season where they were sitting down with Spirit, and Trina was saying how she was having a really hard time dealing with, the loss of her sister Tracy. And Spirit referred her to a specialist. Like sometimes you don't, you know, um, that your situation is so dire, or, perhaps, I don't even want to say complicated, but that, the general practitioner, you know, the therapist, they'll recommend you to someone who can treat specifics like trauma or whatever the case may be. In Trina's case, it was grief. In Ray J's case, only his doctor will be able to diagnose that. But I really would love for him to use that money for good. And I know that, of course, multiplying it and buying a media network is profitable. But it's like, what's the point of having all that money if you're not going to use it to better the life of yourself? And in healing and improving yourself, that trickles down to your relationships, become a better father, a better husband if he chooses to get married again. Um, like self improvement, growth is unlearning a lot of the things that we experienced in our lives, just unpacking a whole lot of that childhood trauma because it's deep. Growing up Black in America, it's layered, it's nuanced. Um, and I don't know what Ray J went through or what he's going through, but my prayers are with him. And I'm glad that he, came to his senses and apologized. But that's just, you know, we need to get past the symptoms because he keeps crashing out and get to the root. So I hope he does that soon. But in the meantime and in between time, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please be sure to like the video, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. And I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Have a good night. Bye.